I am an honest person, the Bible states. I could state my case to him. Then my judge would tell me once and for all that I'm not guilty. But if I go to the east, God isn't there. But if I go to the west, I don't find him. When he is working in the north, I don't see him there. When he turns to the south, I don't see him there either. Most importantly, on Job chapter 23, verse 10, it states here, "But he does know every step I take. When he has put me to the test, I'll come out as pure gold." I feel that coming out as pure gold is one of the most important things that God can let us all understand. He is our Heavenly Father. He has our plan in His hand, in the palm of His hand. Every hair is numbered. For example, I want to explain to you why this is so important to me today about children that have been abused, children that have been through serious circumstances in their schools, and they've needed their father to be there. This little boy right here was 14 years old when he passed away, and I'm sure he had to lean on his father. There's a little girl right over here. I'd like to tell you about her. She died at the age of 3, and she needed her Heavenly Father. She needed her father, her earthly father. Fathers are significant, and that's why Jesus has opened up the doors to the gates of heaven for us to be able to really relate and hold on to His hand, because His hand is the guiding light, the light that's going to help us put it into bullying, put it into the hideous acts that have came about over the past year. 22 schools have experienced, what can we say, massacring by hideous acts of crime, people with bombs, people trying to kill one another. And these are kids, these are children here. This little girl, 3, and then we have several of these little children out here that I have been looking at today and realizing that so many of them had passed away and leaving their fathers behind. And maybe even some of the fathers weren't even there for their children. But you as a father have the opportunity to be there for your child. Whether they're 3, whether they're 14, whether they're 27 or 57, you have that opportunity, as long as God will walk with you as a father, and you as a father will hold that spirit in your heart and be proud that you are a father to the fatherless, like Jesus is. I want to tell you one thing. What I've been experiencing the past few years while I've been doing many book signings and going to schools and talking to the students, I've experienced a lot of pain from these students that have had no one there, and they don't know who their father is. They don't have a clue of who to turn to. And I do have the blessing and the opportunity to be able to share with them that Jesus Christ is a father for the fatherless. So when your father has walked out of your life and you feel all alone, just like this little 3-year-old right here, she doesn't know, but her father, when he meets her in heaven, he will know her and she will know him. And there's also a gentleman over here who has left his family, and he was a father who had touched many, many lives. This is a very old cemetery out here in the Midwest. And as I walk out of the darkness of the shade and into the light here, it's like walking into the light of Christ. He is that Father. He will bring the light to the schools that have been broken by the hideous crimes. He is there. You just can't see him. There's angels all around, but We cannot predict what's going to happen next. We can't predict who's going to be the father, who's going to be the one that's going to stand up for these children, who's going to be the one that's going to write the books to help save the children's lives. I do know that this gentleman right here, he was the father of, I don't know, just many people had known him, obviously, because they honored him by just placing the name Father on his gravestone. And that name Father alone is so significant and so powerful. So today, out here in this incredible land that is in the Midwest out here, and doing book signings and talking to people about the love of Christ, and the books that I write are all to bring glory to children that have been left behind and forgotten. I myself have been very blessed to be able to be adopted and have had several opportunities to be a son to a couple fathers in my life, and I know that Heavenly Father had planned it in that format for my life. No matter what the challenges are, there's always a father there, and He's made it that way. But this father here and many other fathers out here today are waiting that they soon, someday, will meet their children. They will meet their children that have been waiting to be with their father. I know that you and I can come together and we can put an end to bullying, and we can stop this hideous crimes that go on in our schools today. I invite you to walk with your child, walk with your son and your daughter, and be the father to all children that are looking for a father. And that is what my mission is today and throughout my life, is to be that person that God has created me to be. And that is a child that wants to help other children that have been left behind. As an adult, I will stand up for Christ and be that example to the fatherless. Thank you so much. I ask you to follow me through the rest of your life with Jesus Christ. We'll go hand in hand.